What's up, dudes? Welcome back to an Archetype review. This week is Abyss Actors, a Pendulum Archetype. It's the first Pendulum Archetype. My gosh, I haven't reviewed a Pendulum Archetype yet. Feels so weird, but I haven't. I've reviewed Pendulum cards and archetypes. Not an entire archetype about Pendulum. Anyway, I'm currently just talking away 2 minutes for everyone that wants to join. And after that, we're just gonna get ready. And after that, I'm going to learn how to talk, because that is for some reason still a hurdle. Anyway, yeah. I don't know what to pass those 2 minutes with. What kind of talk? Just bandit struggles. Oh. I am fucking around with things again. I shouldn't do that while I'm streaming. I know, but it's very hard for me to keep my hands still. Anyway, so yeah, Pendulum Archetype appeared in Arc 5. It's probably one of my favorite archetypes to see going around in Arc 5, but yeah. Okay, almost time to start. Just half a minute more, and then we're gonna get officially started on this review. I actually played this for a while. Well, not real life, but on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, whichever version I was using at the time. I actually used the Abyss Actors for a while. Might still have the deck recipe, I don't know. It's probably not as good as it could be, but yeah. Anyway, let's just hop in. 2 minutes have passed, everyone's had a chance to join, and otherwise they'll miss one or two cards. Anyway, we're gonna start with Abyss Actor Funky Comedian, a dark attribute level 1 monster with a pendulum scale of 8. And the following effect, I am constantly like halfway through a sneeze, so if I have random breaks, that's why. The following effect: once per turn, you enter one Abyss Actor monster you control, and target one Abyss Actor monster you control. It gains attack equal to the original attack of the attributed monster until the end of this turn. So just a power transference effect. That's its pendulum effect, actually. And then you have its monster effect. Also, it's a fiend type with 300 attack and 200 defense. I still need to get into it today. My bad. If this card's normal or special summons, you can make this card gain 300 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you currently control. Until the end of this turn, you can target one other Abyss Actor monster you control. It gains attack equal to this card's current attack until the end of this turn. You cannot attack the turn. This card cannot attack the turn its effect is activated. You can only use this effect of Funky Comedian once per turn. It has a good pendulum scale. That's about its, and it can help you focus power. Its own effect can only boost it up to 1800, and for a 1 turn gain, I don't think that's quite enough. Effect fires, hold on, this is just messaging yet. Effect fires spark 7. I suppose someone young Cope on the billionaire story. Oh fuck, effect. JKTBS. You low because screw the rules, I have money. Oh, you lose, I'm guessing. You typed you low. You loo. What does JKTB? Oh wait. Oh yeah. I got it. Young Cope on the billionaire story. Got it. Okay, but anyway, going back to Funky Comedian. Good pendulum skill, bad level, because this can only be pendulum summoned with skill 0, which I don't think Abyss Actor has, and even if it did, I don't think I would want to do it for that monster effect, and its pendulum effect is also a bit mediocre. But oh well. Let's see, your mom, and then there's somebody giving me a thumbs up, I think. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah, anyway, and its stats aren't great either, but it's probably not the reason you would play it. The sole reason you'd run this is just for that skill 8. Anyway, next up is Abyss Actor Extras. a Dark Attribute level 1 Pendulum skill free Fiend Effect monster with 100 attack and defense. If your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your Pendulum zone. You can only use the effect of Abyss Actor's extras once per turn. You can tribute this card, place one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your deck in your Pendulum zone. Also for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon monsters except Abyss Actor monsters, nor activate Pendulum effects of the Pendulum effect of Abyss Actor extras. You can only use this effect once per turn. Mayhaps she gave me a thumbs up? It's possible. All you did is say your mom. Oh, and you have your own effect, to be fair. It's fair. Thumbs up for that, by the way. Anyway, this effect, it's simple, but it is something that works. It's a searcher, basically. It lets you place any Abyss Actor you want in your Pendulum zone, so... And it's special summonable. The only condition is that your opponent controls a monster. I think that's fine. This is a good card. Pendulum skill's kind of But most good Abyss Actors are level 4 or higher anyway, so you won't really notice this, that it's just a free. And of course you're probably gonna have to exchange very quickly anyway. Next up is Abyss Actor Trendy Understudy. He's pretty trendy, honestly. Let's look at the guy. Anyway, he's a Dark Attribute level 2, Pendulum skill 8, Fiend Effect monster with 700 attack and defense. With a Pendulum Effect that when your Pendulum on a monster, you can add one face up level 1 or 8 Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. And a monster effect that if you have 2 Abyss Actor cards in your Pendulum zones, you can tribute this card, special 1 level 1 or 8 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your hand or face up extra deck. You can only use this effect once per turn. So this is to facilitate the upper edges of the Pendulum levels, basically. So level 1 and 8, which it barely isn't covered in this archetype of late. But to be fair, I don't think that's too important. The level 1, retrieving level 1s with its Pendulum effect is fine, because you can get things like extras back. Are these of all gonna be pendulums? Yes, this is a pendulum archetype. There's one non-pendulum monster in this archetype. Yeah. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah. The retrieving of level 8s, however, it's sorted by level. Yeah, there's one. There's one level 8. So you're more likely going to use this effect for the level 1s. Anyway, next up. Oh, it's one of the archetype's best cards, actually. It's Abyss Actor Comic Relief. It's a Dark Attribute, level 3, Pendulum skill 8. Fiend Effect monster with 1000 attack and 2000 defense. Now this card, it really is built for the archetype, and it if you don't know how the archetype works, it's gonna sound a little weird from if I remember right. Anyway, you can target one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster you control, and one monster your opponent controls, switch control of both monsters. Then destroy this card. You can only use this effect of Comic Relief once per turn. Monster effect, you take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. Once per turn, during your standby phase, give control of this card to your opponent. Once per turn, if control of this card is changed, activate the following effect. The owner of this card can destroy one set Abyss script spell card in their spell and trap card zone. Abyss scripts all work if you have a face-up Abyss Actor in your extra deck, and there's destroyed one set. This card perfectly facilitates that, which is nice. Very nice. Besides that, its stats are acceptable. It's an acceptable wall, I guess, but yeah, that's about it. There's not much more to say here. Anyway, next up, Abyss Actor Wild Hope, a Dark Attribute level 4, Pendulum skill 2, Fiend Effect monster with 1600 attack and 1200 defense. Once per turn, you target one Abyss actor in your other Pendulum zone. Its Pendulum skill becomes 9 until the end of this turn. You cannot summon anything but Abyss actors to turn you activate this effect. Well, not for the rest of this turn, basically. So yeah. I don't know what, just to comment on this Pendulum Effect, I don't know what they have with, like, yeah, you can summon level 8s of this archetype, which has one level 8. It seems a little bit too much double down on. Once per turn, you can, it's monster effect, this with once per turn you can make it gain 100 attack for each Abyss actor monster you currently control with different names. Until the end of this turn, if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add one Abyss actor card from your deck to your hand, except Wild Hope. Which is nice. It's a searcher on destruction, but you know, that works. Abyss actor Leading Lady. A dark attribute, level 4, Pendulum skill 2, Fiend effect monster, 1500 attack, 1000 defense. The following effect. Pendulum Effect is once per turn, when you take battle damage from an opponent's attacking monster. Activate one of these effects, your opponent loses monsters, that opponent monster loses attack equal to the damage you took, even if this card leaves the field, or you add one face-up Abyss actor Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand, with attack less than or equal to the damage you took. This is a nice recycle effect, except that it relies on my opponent attacking. But besides that, that's nice, I guess. At least it's its Pendulum effect, and it isn't like its monster effect, because then that would be a bit annoying. Because then if it attacked this, it's gone from the field before it could activate its effect. But no, because it's the Pendulum skill, so you can't attack it. Anyway, its monster effect, once per turn, when battle damage is inflicted, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses attack equal to that battle damage. When this card is destroyed by battle, or in its owner's monster zone is destroyed by opponent's card effect, set one Abyss script spell directly from your deck. And Abyss scripts are all but 2 spell cards. All but 2 of the spells, by the way. Anyway, it's again, it's a handy searcher. It kind of sucks that it doesn't activate when destroyed as Pendulum skill, but that's fine. Anyway, next up, it's Abyss Actor Twinkle Little Star. A dark attribute, level 4, Pendulum skill 9, Fiend effect monster with 1000 attack and defense. And here you have that Pendulum skill 9 again for that one level 8. Oh, I still don't get it. It's Pendulum Effect. You cannot Pendulum summon monsters except Abyss Actor monsters. This effect cannot be negated. Never. Once per turn, target one Abyss Actor you control. This turn it can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Also, monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of this turn. Other monsters. I read over that one word, which really changes its effect to be really weird. Anyway. Yeah, a kind of annoying restriction, but considering Abyss Actors all do that, it's fine. And making 3 attacks on monsters is pretty good, especially in combination with one of the other cards that we'll get to later. Anyway, it's a monster effect that cannot be struck by battle during your turn. And it can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Yeah, the second, by the way, that's that monster effect. It's kind of meh on a 1000 attack monster. And next up, it's Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser. A dark attribute, level 4, Pendulum skill 7, Fiend effect monster, 1100 attack, 1000 defense. Pendulum effect, if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your Pendulum zone. You can only do this once per duel. That is shit. I don't know why that's a once per duel effect. That just sounds like a hard once effect to me. Like, yeah, you can special summon this card if you control no other monsters. Control no monsters at all. You can special summon. It's such a box standard effect. Anyway, it gains 1100 attack if you control no other monsters. And once per turn, you can send one Abyss script spell directly from your deck to the graveyard to add one face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. That is at least the better effect, the re-adding. Its attack again is nice, but you know, when it's your only monster, 2200 really isn't gonna cut it. And again, that first effect really should just be hard ones. It should not. It has no reason to be anything more than that. Anyhow, next up is Abyss Actor, Sassy Rookie. Remember, if there's any questions, just ask him, because I tend to go through this quite fast while fucking around with stuff, which you probably heard. Anyway, yeah, so I go through this pretty fast, so if you have any questions, just ask. I am looking at chat occasionally. I even have a fucking thing for chat, but I have it. Look, hold on. Just moving some shit around. Oop. Okay, that's better. Anyway, Sassy Rookie is a Dark Attribute level 4. Pendulum skill 2. Fiend Effect monster, 1700 attack, 1000 defense. Pendulum Effect. If an Abyss Actor monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can destroy this card instead. So, Destruction Substitute. That is moderately alright. Moderately. The first time this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect each turn, it is not destroyed. If this card is, I've kind of recommended watching this stream to Edmonette, so maybe perhaps she'll come by at some point. I mean, she's always welcome. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special one level 4 or lower Abyss Actor monster from your deck, except Sassy Rookie. And if this card in the Pendulum Zone is destroyed, you can target one level 4 or lower monster opponent controls and destroy it. Kind of an annoying, like, why does it only destroy level 4 or lowers, but and its effects are contradictory, because it has an effect upon destruction, but it also has destruction protection. It's kind of weird, but, you know, it works. At least it lets you summon any level 4 or lower Abyss Actor. Next up, we have Abyss Actor Superstar. This is pretty much the face of the archetype for, yeah. It's a Dark Attribute level 7 Pendulum skill 3. Effect monster, Fiend Effect monster with 2500 attack, 1800 defense, and a Pendulum Effect that once per turn you can tribute one Abyss Actor monster to target one Abyss script spell in your graveyard and add it to your hand. And its monster effect is that when it's normal or special summoned, your opponent's spell and trap cards cannot be activated. Meaning that if you Pendulum summon this along with like 4 other monsters, your opponent can't chain on that. They'll have to wait. They can't do anything against this summon. And once per turn, you can set one Abyss spell directly. Abyss script, not an Abyss spell, but an Abyss script spell. My bad. An Abyss script spell directly from your deck, but it's sent to the graveyard during the end phase. She can't right now, but might come some other time. I mean, again, always welcome. I'm still planning to do this for quite a while, this series, and other streaming even longer, so this series is basically until I've run out of archetypes to review. Anyway, yeah, Abyss Actor Superstar. It's actor simplistic, but they work, and they really help support the archetype. Though it's not what you would call a boss monster, which Abyss Actors have kinda lacks, honestly, and a boss. Anyway, next up is Abyss Actor Melo Madonna. A Dark Attribute level 7 Pendulum skill 0 Fiend Effect monster with 1800 attack and 2500 defense. Clearly a stat swap from Superstar. And this card, from what I remember, is a lot better. like closer to a boss monster, basically. You can, as a Pendulum Effect, you can pay 1,000 life points. Add one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand, except Melo Madonna. Also, do not special summon except Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters, even if this card leaves the field. I find this just a little odd. There's one Abyss Actor that isn't a Pendulum monster, and if you use this effect, you can't summon it. Because it's so weirdly worded. Yeah, you cannot special summon any other Abyss Actor, non-Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters. What? Why Pendulum monster? Why did it have to be specified? Anyway, you can only use this effect once per turn. For a searcher, that's perfectly fine. And monster effect gains. I swear, eventually I'm gonna stop dropping shit. It gains 100 attack for each Abyss script spell in your graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of Abyss Actor Melo Madonna once per turn. Let's see. About to continuing this, I was thinking if you plan on finishing the series, you could do as a final episode, rank the archetypes you reviewed and the decks you made with them. I'm gonna stop dropping shit. I said eventually I'm gonna stop dropping shit. It's mostly when I've dropped all my shit. Then I'll stop dropping shit. Because I'm not picking it back up right now. Too lazy. That sounds believable, I hope. I still have to find something else to drop. I'll just drop my keyboard or something. Anyway, the effect of Melo Madonna, that's where I was at, right? Okay, so 100 attack for each Abyss script spell in your graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. The following effects of Melo Madonna once per turn. This is hard once. This is when a pendulum monster you control is destroyed the battle, you can special summon this card from your hand. If an Abyss script spell card or effect is activated, you can special one level 4 lower Abyss Actor monster from your deck, but return it to the hand during the end phase. Now, for some reason, this feels more like a boss monster. You would say that a superstar would be the boss monster. No, it's Melo Madonna. But what do you think of my idea? Yeah, that definitely sounds like a thing. I feel like at some point, I should get like I really okay. Hear me out on this. We need 8 people. We need them all to install EDO Pro, and after my 8th episode, each of them gets a random deck, and we're all gonna hold a tournament to see what archetype review was the best review. Well, what archetype I reviewed was the best archetype. I'm almost out of the things I've been dropping. So I do think that would be a nice like interval thing for this series to have a dual tournament. But I would want to have 8 people for that, or at least more than just 2. Let that idea sink in, because I think that could be fun. That and it's just something different on my channel once in a while. Anyway, let's move on to the next card while you go think about what I just said. It's Dark. It's the Abyss Actor Evil Heal. The Dark attribute level 8, Pendulum skill 1, Fiend, Pendulum Effect monster with 3,000 attack, 2,000 defense. Pendulum Effect. Once per turn, you can tribute 1 Abyss Actor monster you control. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses attack equal to the original attack of the tributed monster, even if this card leaves the field. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 1,000 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you can. Yeah, so normal special summon, target 1 face-up monster your opponent. It loses 1,000 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you currently control until the end of this turn. When this card destroys an opponent by battle, you can target 1 Abyss script spell card in your graveyard. Set that card. This card is alright for the amount of opportunities it gives you to get back level 8. This being the only level 8 is kind of disappointing. It's Pendulum Effect. It is costly, and I think you're better off using Funky Comedian, who grants your own monster attack rather than subtract it from the opponent. Just my idea there. Make of that what you will, and it's monster effect. It's fun when it's summoned, because then you can zero out your opponent's monster attack usually. But then his other effect, but that's only on summon. It doesn't do anything after that. Well, it can help you recycle Abyss scripts on battle destruction, which is, not the best timing. But anyway, moving on to the last card, of course. Everything needs a link monster. That was kind of the idea for a while, and this is one of the more disappointing ones. Abyss Actor Hyper Director, a Link 1 Fiend effect monster with 800 attack and an arrow pointing straight down. Evil Heel, is he such an evil maniac who loves Pizza Hawaii? No, actually, an evil heel. A heel is someone who plays the villain, basically. So no, they only play that they order Pizza Hawaii. They don't actually order Pizza Hawaii. Anyway, Link material needs to be an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster. That's fine for a material for an Abyss Actor Link monster. It just means he can't be used to summon himself. You can target one card in your Pendulum Zone, special summon it, then place one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster with a different name of your deck or face of extra deck to your Pendulum Zone. Also, you cannot normal or special monster this turn except Abyss Actors. So, this basically does what Extras does, only it takes extra steps. Mostly you need the special summon, you need to link summon it, which isn't that hard. But then you need another Abyss Actor yeah. And it also doesn't help with what Abyss Actor started struggling with due to the link rules, which is swarming the field. Like, it doesn't. Why not make a Link 2 at least out of this? And give it something a little better going on? Or maybe a Link 3 that's actually good? No, instead we get Hybrid Director, which is kind of just a meh. It's just such a meh. Anyway, enough meh. We're going to the Abyss Playhouse Fantastic Theater. It's one of the 2 spell cards that isn't a script. It's a field spell, which you can reveal one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster and one Abyss script spell card in your hand. Add one Abyss script spell card from your deck to your hand with a different name than the reveal spell. While you control a Pendulum summons Abyss Actor Pendulum monster, any monster effect activated by your opponent becomes destroy one set spell or trap card your opponent controls. You can only use each effect of Playhouse once per turn. Now, its first effect just allows you to search more Abyss scripts. It's fine. Its second effect that changes monster effects is going to be really annoying. Because you want to set all those spell cards anyway, your Abyss scripts, once you have an Abyss Actor in your extra deck. So yeah, this helps with that. And at the same time it disrupts your opponent. The only downside is that this is a forced effect, and you can only use the effect once per turn. It isn't that every monster effect suddenly becomes a destroy set spell or trap card. Anyway, we're moving on. Abyss Prop Wild Wagon. The only other non-script Abyss Actor spell card. The first time each Abyss Actor monster you control is destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed. Once per turn, you can target one Abyss Actor you control. Your opponent cannot target it with card effect until the end of their turn, even if this card leaves the field. If this set card in owner control is destroyed by a card effect, if you have a face-up Abyss Actor or Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can turn all cards your opponent controls to the hand. a force effect? So it's a Star Trek, or is it from Battlestar Galactica? No, it's from Starbucks. You got it with you got it every time you if you went to Starbucks and entered in the right Stargate code, you could get that force effect. Anyway, next up is the first of the 6 scripts, Abyss Script, Romantic Terror, a quick play spell. You return 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from you control to the hand, and if you do, special summon from your extra deck in defense mode 1 face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster with a different original name from that monster. If this set card in its owner control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, while you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can set any number of Abyss Script spell cards from your deck. Okay, so swapping out monsters. And if it's set to destroyed, however, it sets as many Abyss Scripts as you can. Stargate code. First of all, that's called a gate address or an I don't care, depending on what you mean. I mean, I don't care, so I guess it's no, I don't care. Yeah, figured it out. Anyway, yeah, it's all about its set destroyed effect. I don't think its other one is really relevant much. Abyss Script, Rise of the Abyss King. Target face-up cards on the field up to the number of attack position. It's a normal spell, by the way. Position Abyss Actor monsters with different names you control, destroy them. If you control level 7 or higher Abyss Actor monster, your opponent cannot activate card effect in response. If this set card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can have face-up Abyss Actor Penny monsters in your extra deck. You can add up to 2 Abyss Actor and or scripts with different names for your deck to your hand. Hello, welcome Generator Boss Stage to the stream. We're almost actually done with reviewing them, and then we're going to go tier all the cards, and then I'm going to try and make a test build. And Young Goldman is just talking about Stargate, because I said a force effect, I meant forced effect. Anyway, this card. It's a nice destruction effect. It is good that it can be a spell speed 4, and if it's destroyed, it's a double surge. That's a triple win there. Anyway, next up it's Abyss Script Opening Ceremony. Gain 500 life points for each Abyss Actor monster you control. If this set card in no one's control is destroyed by a card effect, and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can draw until you have 5 cards. This is again a case of like its activation effect. It's shite. You don't want that. That is awful. However, if it's destroyed, you draw 5 cards, which, I mean, that is a very positive effect. That's very powerful, even. So yeah, definitely get that thing destroyed. Abyss Script, Fire Dragon's Lair, a normal spell. Target 1 Abyss Actor monster you control. If it destroys a monster by battle this turn, your opponent banishes 3 monsters from their extra deck. But it's their choice. If this set card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, look at your opponent's extra deck and banish 1 monster of your choice. So, yeah, what is this effect? This is the effect, by the way, that pairs really well with Twinkle, because if you use Twinkle's effect to make something attack 3 times, your opponent's going to have to banish 9 monsters. Which, very nice. So it combos well with it. The only downside is that your opponent gets to choose, but when they only have 6 cards left, you know, it's gonna be pretty nice. And if you only get 3, it kinda sucks when you play against someone that is already using Extravagance, but you are raising the odds that if they use it, they banish something important. And anything else, yeah, that if it's destroyed one set, you look at your opponent's extra decks to get a lot of information, and you banish one monster of your choice, which is just amazing. Banish the best thing they have. Anyway, next up is Abyss Script Fantasy Magic. Target one Abyss Actor monster you control. This turn, every monster that battles it, but not the okay. Target one Abyss Actor monster you control. This turn, every monster that battles it but is not destroyed returns to the hand at the end of the damage step. If this set card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, then you have in the face of a Abyss Actor monster in your extra deck. Target one card your opponent controls. Place it on the top of the deck. I like its face down destruction. I don't particularly like its activation effect. It's just a hyper hammerhead for Abyss Actors. That isn't great. But yeah, again, if it's destroyed one face down, that's kind of good. Even that is kind of doubtful on how useful it's going to be. But you can put something bad back on top of the deck. Yay! Like, put their Garns on the top of their deck. Haha! Got him! Abyss Script. Abysstainment. Continue a spell. Tribute one Abyss Actor monster. Then target one Abyss Script. Set it to your field. And tribute one Abyss Actor monster and target one Abyss Script in your graveyard. Set it to your field. You can only use this effect of Abysstainment up to twice per turn. If this set card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck. Special summon any number of Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters from your deck. Summoning 5 cards at once with 1 card, I don't have to explain why that's good, I hope. And its other effect is recycling. Distribute whatever Abyss Actors in your extra deck zone, and, boom, you're making plays there. Anyway, next up are the 2 trap cards. Abyss Actors. Curtain Call. If an Abyss Script spell card or effect is activated this turn, add face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from extra deck to your hand up the number of Abyss Script spells in your graveyard. Then you can special summon Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your hands with different names of the numbers added to your hand by this effect. You cannot special summon the rest of the turn except Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters. This is surprisingly good in just circumventing pendulum link rules to still play your pendulums effectively, but it kinda sucks that this is the only way. If you have 5 Abyss Scripts, you can straight up summon 5 cards. And it says equal to the number. You don't have to summon the cards you added, which is just a nice little bonus. Keep something for your skills. Anyway, and last but not least, I hope, I haven't read this card in a while, I'm sorry. It's Abyss Actor Backstage. If you have 2 or more Abyss Actor cards in your Pendulum zone, add 2 Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters with different names from your deck to your extra deck. Face up. You can only activate 1 backstage per turn. So yeah, this just allows you to put Abyss Actors into your extra deck right away, which is nice considering all their spell cards require there to be one. So, but besides that, this card is kind of trash. So we're going on to the tier list making. Let's start with Melo Madonna being an S tier. You're not playing this deck without it. Same for Playhouse. Sorry, I need to just get those 2 out of the way, because they were the obvious answers. And Comic Relief on A tier. It's kind of too slow for what it does, but if you have 2, it's great. Extra is honestly S tier. It allows you to get whatever you need into your Pendulum zone. And it's a free summon. Abyss Prop, while its on-field effect is bad, if it's destroyed, it returns everything to the hand, right? I have to check that because I am a forgetful bitch. You can return all cards your opponent controls to the hand. Yeah, So that is pretty good. If it's destroyed while face down, it is ludicrous. But if it's on the field, it's kind of trash. But honestly, yeah, A tier. A tier for bouncing everything. Abyss Tainment, also an A tier. Its retrieval effect is alright, and its summon effect is amazing. Opening Ceremony, I am gonna put in B tier. Well, even though its destroy effect is amazing, you do need to get it destroyed. If you don't, 500 life points is probably the most disappointing thing you're gonna get. Yeah, it can become up to 3,000, but even then, I don't care. Superstar, it's a B tier. While it searches effectively, it doesn't do much else. Yeah. It triggers me that the best tiers are reddish and the worst tiers are greenish. Deal with it. Let's see. Evil Heal, it is a C tier. Good beat stick. I shall not. So how not? Well, you... Oh, okay then. He will never deal with it. He'll never deal with this. Like, he'll just be up at night. Just like, the top tier was red. And the bottom tier was green. Oh my god. Anyway, Fantasy Magic, honestly, D tier. It's not awful, it's just not good either. Romantic Terror, it's another case of, like, the only on-field effect is good, only destroy effect is good, so, but it's at least better than Opening Ceremony, so it can go in A tier. It can feel comfy. S tier for Rise of the Abyss King, just for double search or mass destruction. Leading Lady earns itself a C tier with its reliance on battle damage. Wild Hope being a searcher? Yeah, I believe. No, it was a summoner, right? Hold on. It discards a strike battle card at one of its actor. Okay, it's a searcher. Okay, searcher is still an A tier. It's good. Twinkle is store B tier for allowing free attacks. It's pretty good. Pen skill 9, so you can summon Evil Heal. Woohoo. B tier Curtain Caller. I forgot what its second effect was, which is why it made it. So, you know, I probably should look that up so I can clarify. You can send one Abyss card from deck to your hand, to your graveyard, and add one Abyss actor, Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. Yeah. Just a card that lets you circumvent I blanked out there. Circumvent link rules. Trendy understudy for working almost exclusive for the level 1 and 8. That's 3 cards it works for. While one of them is in the S tier, it's there for its very, very quick usefulness. It's not there to be played over and over again. A Funky Comedian, honestly F tier. it's not that awful. I don't think this has any legit F tier. Well, I think this is backstage. Let's see, the Curtain Call. The other one is Curtain Call. Yeah. This one is the one that only plays as 2 in the extra deck, and I think there are more effective ways to achieve that. So yeah. Meanwhile, this one can go in B tier. It's a trap card. That kind of sucks, but it does circumvent shit. Same for Sassy Rookie, allowing to summon a level 4 or lower Abyss Actor on Destruction. It's nice. Fire Dragon Lair, A tier. Banishing shit from your opponent's extra deck, however a little conditional. And Hyper Director can go into C tier, yeah. Yeah, I think it's comfortable in C tier. Just for not quite doing enough. It's not what Abyss actors need it. And they just kinda got it. Yeah. You can't even summon it during the turn you use Melo Madonna. Anyway, this is my tier list. If yours is different, that's fine. I am going to try and make a little deck profile now. But yeah, this is how I tier them. With only one F tier and 4 S tiers, this is a pretty good archetype. Just don't expect this to be meta, because I'm not. Because rating this, like before playing it, I'd say it's maybe a 6, and I'd say a 9 is what required to be meta. It's fun. It's very much fun to play, and it's good to play. You're never really stuck without a move unless your opponent is locking you out. But yeah, if your opponent is trying to lock you out, they probably can. Anyway, I'm gonna turn off the display capture. And we're going to go to... Oh god, I hate this. My desktop becomes a mess every time I turn off my taskbar. Okay, there we go. Now before I drop that, oh god, this is pain. This was last week's deck. Let's forget about that pain. Anyway, I'm gonna go play one match randomly online, and then I'm going to play against whoever in the audience is challenging me. Okay, so backstage, I'm gonna skip Uncurtained Call, gonna go 2, 3 for Fantastic Theater. I think 1 Wild Wagon is fine, 2 Abystainments, 2 of these. I honestly don't want, I want maybe 1 Fancy Magic. I might take it out later. 3 Lairs, 2 of this, 2 of these. Yeah. We're putting in 3 Hyper Directors because I don't care too much. I don't have my heavy metal vote, so I'm kind of pissed. Funky Comedian. I'm gonna have 1 just for the Pendulum skill. Trendy Understudy, just 2 to recycle extras. Comic Relief, 3 copies. There's no question. Twinkle Little Star, 2 copies. I think 1 copy of Curtain Raiser is enough. Leading Lady, let's do 2. It's another card that actually circumvents link rules. I want 2 of those. 3 of these. Oh boy. I went full quite quickly. I'm gonna have to start cutting. Funky Comedian is honestly the first to go. Can I undo? I wanted to press sort. Let's go again. 2 curtain calls. You know what? 1 curtain call. It's just going to get cut probably. Playhouse, however, is a free of. Wild Wagon is 1 of thing. Blah. Yeah. Yeah. No, 2 is fine. 3 of those. 2 of those. None of those. What are those? Whoops. I actually don't think I need Trendy Understudy at all. I'm better off with 3 of these. I think 2 superstars will do, and honestly just 1 heal. I have 39 guards. It's probably going to be a pure build. I'm like currently thinking, what could I have more of? And it's going to be terraforming. I just realized I should have terraforming in this. And here's the thing, I'm not that familiar with pendulums. So I don't know what the good generic pendulum cards are. Anyway, we are, however, going to add some link monsters. For anyone wondering why, if you clearly haven't heard about link rules. And in fact, with other card effects, once per turn. I'm gonna put in one. Probably not gonna summon this thing, but it is cool if you pull it off. You can also use one monster your opponent controls this material to link some discard. If discard is link summon, you can negate the effect of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. This link summon card is unaffected by your opponent's activate effect unless they target this card, and once per turn when your opponent activates a card or effect that special summons a monster, you can negate that effect. Oh, sure, that's great. I'm actually only going to run one of each link monster I'm going to put in. I think Portal Ends might be a bit much. Bomber, Load, Zeroboros. Right, there are currently actually a lot of link monsters, so let's see. I want some link 2s with like 2 arrows pointing down. Although now how many are there that relate to Pendulum? Wait, heavy metal? Oh, banlist is still not applied. So the most recent ban list, the one from this month, we have Hyper Director, Electromite, Gilgamesh. That requires DD monster. And this requires 2 more monsters special summoned from the extra deck. If a monster your card points to that was special summoned from the extra deck is destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect, add 1 monster from your graveyard or 1 face-up Pendulum from your extra deck to your hand. Target 1 monster on each player's field that was special from the extra deck. Except that banish both until the end phase. Yeah, I want that. I want some link 2s though. Can I add, if I say 2, will it understand? It will understand, okay. So what's important to me are those arrows pointing down, because I want use this to get more on the field. Either you can target with discard or once you get points to banished until the end phase. Okay, I don't know why. Oh, it's a new artwork for IP Masquerena. Links on rolling one use materials you control, including discard. You can only use this effect once per turn. Cannot be show up in your opponent's card effect. Oh, that's nice. Put that in. It's nice and easy as well. Insect Shinobi Hake Kurumino. Kinda tripped up on that one. Barricade Blocker Pork. I want one of those. And let's look for a couple of link freeze. Oh god, I forgot how many there are. If you control no other effect monsters, you can store effect when you have the number of non-effect monsters you control enter in your graveyard. Okay, no, I'm not using that. Trisbien. Speaking lessons? Probably. Summon sorcerers would be good, but it's banned. There's so many things like, it would be good, but it's banned. I mean, that's kind of the point of banning them, to be fair. Okay. I think this is it. This is just my test build. Like, this is the kind of thing you start playing with just to figure out what works and what doesn't. And then tweak it over time. So I don't recommend copying this straight up. Like, look at how I play and look at what goes wrong. The show must go on. By the way, that's kind of a mod over this episode because I started prep at like 5. Had to go eat at 6. I was quite in a rush to get all the stuff sorted. Anyway, I'm gonna just host the match. This one isn't gonna be open, so anyone can join. And on the next one, I am going to take challenges from the audience. I'm using EDO Pro, Project Ignis, for anyone wondering. Wow, usually people have already joined. Like, usually hosting is pretty quick. It's just trying to join one, which is awful. I don't have any special rules on, except for the time limit, which is 6,000, I just realized. Which is for when I'm playing against friends, and it's like, oh yeah, you had something else for 5 seconds? Too bad, you lose. Huh, let me see if I can join someone then. Whoa! Hello? Are you alive? Hello, 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 are you alive? Clearly they're not. Come on. How about you? Are you in the land of the living? No. Why is no one here? Oh, and then that player is there. Okay. Fun. Wait, that is a 2v2. Or 3v3 even. Casual. Archetype filters, no pendulum. Are you... Why do you hate pendulum so much? Ah! Stop distracting me with your no pendulum rules. Please, just be an active player. My god, this game's awful. Really wish Konami would release an official game already. Or an official duel simulator that's at least somewhat good and somewhat active. Like, yeah, you have a Legacy of the Duelist and you can play online there, but... Well, I'm going to have to leave. But I didn't get to kick your ass yet. I'll miss you. Let's talk mad shit as he's leaving. Dude, you went into a pattern. Really? That was quite terrible. Okay. Good start, good start. But extras in the Pendulum Zone, special summon. But Sassy Rookie and Comic Relief in the Pendulum Zone. Use extras... no wait. Normal summon Comic Relief. I do not want to put that in the Pendulum Zone twice. So I want to use this effect and then put a bit Comic Relief into the Pendulum Zone. Is this... okay, Tri-Brigade for higher... yeah. summon your hero for... No, it's champion for hire. And then setting these to try to destroy opening ceremony so I can draw 5 new cards. And I'll have to deal with whatever the 6th card is. Let's see what I'll do with that. Ah, my shoulder. To be fair, I'll have comic relief in the Pendulum Zone for a little bit, so I could Pendulum Summon whenever I draw. I'd prefer not to though, because I'd rather Pendulum Summon after drawing a lot. Oh, he gets to summon a for hire monster. Isn't it interesting? At least it's not at least it's not like a top meta deck here. No, he is making this quite the long turn. He can be lucky that I set the time to 6,000. Tribigate, Karis, Tribigate. Do I want to roll or B? Okay. Now we're getting Melfi's. What is this guy playing? I am so confused. Discard to hand, then use one level 2 or lower monster from your deck. You can only... okay. Let's go, Biz Actor Extras. What can you activate? What? Oh, it must be his face down. Let's go, extras. He's returning it now, but... while it's face upon the field, but it's tributing itself for its effect, so I should be fine. And now that it's gone, its effects aren't negated anymore. This is why... What? Whoa! What? Oh. Hold the fucking phone. While it is face up on the field, for cost it removed itself before its effect resolves, it's no longer negated. Does Konami not know how Yu-Gi-Oh works? This is gonna get me screwed. I lost. I fucking lost on this atrocity of an it's EDO Pro fucking it up. Like, I know this kind of situation happens many times where if a monster uses itself as cost, it can escape effects of skill drain. This is actually a nice little trick that more advanced players like to use. And you just put opening ceremony back into my hand. Not that I care, I can't use it right now, because it's supposed to be set destroy, which I would have done with comic reliefs. But it's like, you know, that neat little trick where you can get rid of like skill drain effects by just tributing the monster in question. We're just gonna ignore that. Like, I am 100, like 1,000% certain that's how it works, because that is how it always worked. Unless they just changed the rules randomly. Well, if an effect is negated on the field, and it's removed from the field, it's still negated until that effect is done resolving, even though that makes no sense, because then its effect is negated while it's not face up on the field. Yeah. Next up, Raigeki also destroys cards in the hand. It says field, but you know what? Let's include the hand. What? It literally makes no sense that my effect was still negated at a timing where it wasn't in the hand. Do I only... let's see, what do I not want to deal with right now? A unicorn. Oh, that's for some reason that's a step reduction, by the way. Looking at it and banishing it, which is kind of a nuisance. You're looking at it while you're banishing. But, like, to be fair, it's clear that, they really didn't consider how a card should work when making this game. Again, negated on the field is suddenly also the extra deck. The field is the extra deck's the field. Yeah. Yeah! That sounds awesome. Why wouldn't the extra deck be the field? And the field be the extra deck? Can I attack from the extra deck now? Can I tribute from the extra deck now? No, you only get your effects negated. Yeah, if I sound salty about this, that's because I am. I could have put up a good match, you know. This could have been fun. This is not fun. I am surrendering. I surrender just because I got screwed over like that. No, I don't want a rematch. I'm done. I don't think anyone is watching still, so if you are and you want to challenge me, just say so, because like I'm at least done with. I'm not gonna go online again. That at least, because yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. If you're watching on YouTube, follow on Twitch to watch me live. Join the community Discord and do suggestions, because I keep having to come up with archetypes on my own and it's getting hard. See you all next time. Bye bye.